So my group has been working with Target ALS with several funded projects where, my lab is an RNA lab where we try to design small molecules that bind to RNA structures to affect their function. And so we've had various funding projects with Target ALS that has helped to advance the development of compounds that bind targets that can look more like drugs, but also to study what would be the impact of having small molecules bind to toxic RNAs in the context of ALS, to see how well these probe compounds that we make could be developed into therapeutics. Oh, I think working with Target ALS has been really amazing. I think getting to know Manish and Dan has been pretty amazing. Knowing that these people are really focused on having a common goal to advance therapy. And so since I've been with Target ALS at the very beginning to this stage we are now, very early on it was basic biological questions, but now we're really leveraging the answers that we have from these biological questions into shots on goal for medicine. I mean, now we're in more of a mixture of bringing in industry leaders that really know how to take basic biological understanding and make them into medicines, which I think we're all, both industry and academics, really pushing forward, using Dan's story as an inspiration because we know how challenging and urgent these problems are to solve. It really takes academics with ideas and industrial muscle to do things in a right, scalable way to make medicine, because these are very tricky biological problems, but making any medicine is very difficult. And so it really requires creativity of academics, but also creativity and scale of industry that I don't think one cohort of people can bring to these problems alone. You really have to work together. And Target ALS, I think, has been, the glue in some sense that has really stuck these people together. Yeah, so the goal of our funded project is to design small molecules that target G4C2 repeat expansion that causes C9, ALS, and FTD. And so our goal has been, what's the consequence of getting a blood-brain penetrant molecule to bind these targets in cells and animals? And so we've been able to show that there's a unique mechanism by which we can have small molecules that don't have to be injected directly in the spinal column, but can be delivered peripherally that'll bind to these targets and eliminate them. And so our goal with understanding the mechanism by which these compounds work has been met, and now we're in the phase of scaling up those insights into really doing medicinal chemistry in collaboration with Expansion Therapeutics and giving our knowledge base to the world in published literature to really see if these ideas can be developed into medicines to help patients that have C9 ORF ALS. And so we're hopeful that ultimately this leads to a medication, but we're early days. But we do think that there's promise in being able to deliver safe and effective medicines to patients that really need it. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. And so we're poised well to deliver shots on goal to be able to try to fulfill that promise.